Well, I've done some more digging on these leaked photos from Harley, and I've got some cool things to share with you, along with another leaked picture I didn't know about. So hang out and see what I found out. Hello and welcome to Road Rush Nation. I'm Terry, your host here, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. If you've already subscribed, thanks for being a member, and we appreciate you being here, and hopefully we'll catch you on the highways. If you'd like to be a member of the nation, it's free. All you need to do is give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Okay, enough of that. Now let's get to all the updates. Well, there's some good things and some bad things I discovered after reaching out to a few contacts I have. Well, let me get to the bad first. We all are enjoying these pictures and finding out what's going on behind the scenes at Harley Davidson and what they've been thinking up. But the sad thing is that these leaked pictures, well, a couple people lost their jobs over it. When you sign a non-disclosure and you start leaking pictures, unfortunately, employers don't like that. And that's the sad part of this whole thing, is that we're enjoying all these new pictures and finding out about these new rides. And unfortunately, somebody else is having to pay the price. Okay, now to the good stuff that we're enjoying. Yes, I was able to confirm these are the new CVOs that are coming out. I wasn't sure on that on the original, considering these have got the 121 and the current CVO Ultra Limited is only got the 117. So that's pretty darn exciting to know that these are the CVOs. Now let's take a closer look at the bikes themselves. This is the only picture that's floating around on the street glide and various angles, so it kind of limits us. But we've got a lot to see just in this one picture. Looking at the fairing, there's a lot to see. Now, I mentioned in the last that the windshield is an adjustable windshield, so we've got that. But take a look at the side of the Batwing. You'll see now that your blinkers are integrated into the fairing. There's no longer those side separate blinkers that we've had in the past. So we've got that. Then also look at the headlight. It's a much different setup. It's got more of a standard where it looks like this is going to be all separate from the fairing, making it easier to get that fairing off. Those were kind of the things I've noticed on just the front piece, and talking to others, that's the big thing with the street glide. Now let's take a look at the road glide. There's a few more pictures floating around on the road glide, so we've got more to dissect and to show you. So from this picture, yes, you can see it's got the adjustable windshield, and again, look at that fairing and the integrated turn signals. The whole turn signal with your separates are gone, which is good and bad. I'm not sure. A lot of people have made some comments back and forth. A lot of you have made comments that you don't like the look of it. Also, if you look, we've got chrome and black on the forks. Another thing that people have pointed out, they're all like, well, is this really finished? I would say yes. One of the things for those of us that have blacked out bikes, and if on the front forks, if you're in any kind of an area that's got any kind of debris, the black on the forks has a tendency to chip, rocks and so on. So this is kind of a new look with the chrome and the black. It's the best of both worlds. And especially on the engine guards, you'll notice that those are also chrome. Another thing that those of us that have blacked out bikes, we are always fighting the chips on those. Now, let's take a look at another picture. This is a good side shot of that motor, and you'll look at that air filter. It's massive. It's huge. You need to have a bigger air filter and intake for this bigger motor. It's a 121, so you're going to have that, which is going to take a little bit getting used to. Not sure if a lot of people are going to like that or not. Not sure if you noticed that in the last video. Also, take a look at the floorboards. They've completely changed. We did have the Empire series previous, and now you've got this three-piece looking floorboard. I don't know if it's adjustable. I don't believe, but it almost looks like it's hinged there. That's a little bit different than we've had in the past. I think part of this goofy new picture that's come out, and I say goofy, if you look at the fairing, it looks like it's on steroids. I think a lot of this is the angle of the camera and when they took it, so it makes it look a whole lot bigger than really what it is. But still, it shows you how much different, more forward facing the fairing is on this. But one of the other things is take a look at the brakes. The brakes are much different. Now, a lot of the things that have inspired on the CVO is inspired from the King of the Baggers and all the racing team and what they've done. you've got to have bigger brakes for the bigger motor. If you don't have that, you're not going to have that stopping power you need. So take a look at the front. Those have been completely redone. So we've got new brake system. And if you go to the King of the Baggers and you start looking at what they have on the bike currently, you'll see that it's very similar. Also, one thing I learned about the King of the Baggers, yes, they're running a 131. They aren't running the 135, even though the 135 is inspired by their racing team. And what I discovered is that the King of the Baggers, the rules are stated that you can have nothing bigger than a 131 because they didn't know Harley had the 135 coming out. So the King of the Baggers probably this next year will change and update their rules. Anyway, hopefully you find a little more of this information interesting and it's kind of helped you out. I would suggest, though, don't forget to subscribe because you never know what thing I'm going to find out from Harley, and I'm going to share it with you, and I'm always looking for that stuff. All right, have a great week. Don't forget to ride safe, and we'll catch you next time.